Today, we're talking all about quick, easy, and low prep ideas for your youth group's Valentine's party. And also make sure you check out our description below for one of our favorite game ideas.
Welcome to the Ministry Coach podcast, where we bring you weekly tips and tactics to help you fast track the growth and health of your youth ministry. Happy Valentine's Day. If we've never met before, my name is Jeff Lascola, and this is
Kristen Lascola.
And today we're going to talk all about easy, simple, quick Valentine's party ideas for your youth group.
Yeah, I think Valentine's Day is not a huge thing, but it's worth it.
Well, it depends. Depends who you're married to, I guess.
Well, I guess in the world of youth ministry, but I feel like it's worth an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
And with some fun, easy ideas that we're going to talk about today, you could turn it into a somewhat themed night with pretty low effort. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It doesn't have to be, it's just kind of giving a nod to an excuse to do something a little more festive and fun. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So what I like to do is tell parents and students ahead of time, just come dressed festive, right? So that means red and pink. If you want to motivate them to dress up, because it's just cool for pictures and for the whole vibe, if everyone's in like red and pink, you could say the most festive dresser wins a gift certificate or some kind of prize. Some kid might go to Dollar Tree and just deck themselves out like, Cupid or something. I don't know. But I think that kind of starts to set the tone of this is a fun night. So getting them to dress up a little bit. There's no like Valentine's Day character, so it's hard. It just has
Cupid.
To be. Yeah, but I mean, like
just some kid dressed in a diaper with a bow and arrow.
Maybe not. So it was more of a color thing. And so you could have students come in. I would do this on the night that your youth group is closest to Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this needs to be its own thing. Like, we're having a Valentine's Day party on Friday. I think it just could be, hey, it's near the 14th and we have youth group anyways. Let's turn this into a theme night very easily. So photo booth, this is a great opportunity for that. I saw on TikTok or Pinterest or something, a super easy photo booth idea where you get like red or pink heart-shaped paper plates and you just tape them in rows on the wall. And it's all of a sudden like, it looks kind of weird, but in the picture, it looks really good. So that something as simple as that, you could order one of those shimmery, it's like,
the Mylar? Is that what you're talking about? Those shiny Mylar
Thank
things?
you. I was going to say it's like tinsel, but yeah, Mylar, those are very cheap.
Yeah.
Those backdrops. You could make a balloon arch very easily. I didn't know how easy balloon arches were, and I made one last Valentine's Day with
They
one of...
are easy? Seems like they're a lot of work.
No, you just get your balloons, you blow them up of varying sizes. So you go big and small, and then you just need to attach them to the wall somehow, but you blow them up and you basically just tie the little ties together and you just make whatever kind of design you want. So you could do clusters, you could do a whole arch. I thought, I need a professional to do my balloon arch. It was so easy. So if you don't attach them to a wall, if you have some...
How much time would it take to do an arch?
With 2 people working on it, I think you could do it in like 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's me and Caitlin did it. It was very easy. Or you could have them going like up a pole if you have something to attach them to. You could get creative. If you want to skip that part, then just go get some helium balloons and you can make them, put them around the room, or you could put them as a part of your photo booth. Either way, Valentine's Day photo booth, super duper simple. And then, when students come in, I saw this idea. It was pretty cute, called a kissing booth. And it was like a jar of Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
And then they wrote their
Wasn't
guess.
sure where you were going with that.
You just write your guess of how many you think it is, and kids can win it. So that is a pretty classic, easy game. And then if you're on a super low budget with treats, I've sent out an email in the weeks leading up to that event saying, hey, parents, bring a treat or a snack to share. And I always like saying that so that we don't get like 8 dozen cupcakes and, you know, just all candy. But sometimes people will bring like chips or something like that. So a snack or treat to share, and then you can have a whole table. And I just let kids go for it. You know, I just put it all out on the table, and as they're arriving, they can just grab whatever kind of treat they want. And it just looks really festive when they come in. There's cookies and cupcakes and all kinds of stuff. So if you're lower on the budget, I'm sure people will bring something. If you have a little bit of money to spend, you could up the treats a little bit. Even if you have people bringing treats, these are fun additions that you can provide. So here are the ideas for that. You could rent a cotton candy machine for this night. I think just the pink puffy, you know, vibe goes really well with the party, and it's so fun. I usually just charge $1 for it. So you buy the sugar, you can buy it on Amazon, and then the paper cones, and that's it. All you need to do is rent the machine. And so you can have a leader manning that the whole time. I've
never made them. Is it easy?
It's so easy. You pour the sugar in this little hole in the center, and then you turn it on, and the machine heats up the sugar, and it starts spinning. And then the sugar just turns into that
web kind of
webby stuff. And then you just put the paper there and catch it. It's like anyone could do it. It's so easy. So any party supply place, party rental place, they usually rent them out for very cheap and usually make your money back. You could charge $2 if you have a smaller group and need to recoup that cost, but it's very simple. Another kind of fun one is like, instead of doing like a root beer float, you get strawberry Fanta. So Fanta soda, strawberry flavor is pink, and you do vanilla ice cream in that. And you could do like whipped cream on top with little like Valentine's sprinkles. You know, you could go as big as you want. Yeah. Putting that in those clear cups would be obviously the best, so that you can see like everyone's walking around with these pink drinks, and it's kind of cute. Fanta and vanilla ice cream, so cheap, you know, like sprinkles are so cheap. It would be the cheapest, but it adds that whole like, ooh, like something fun different. And different. You could do Italian cream soda bar. And so you could pick flavors that are Valentine's Day aesthetic. So raspberry, strawberry, cherry. If you're not familiar with Italian cream soda, my students love them. They're like obsessed with them. You get club soda, ice, and then the flavoring. So usually at a place like Smart and Final, you'll find those Torani syrups, and you do a few pumps of that, and then you literally put cream in it, like half and half. And then it's like these fancy drinks. It's like soda and cream, but I mean, they're good. It's, you could do like a cherry or throw a strawberry or a couple raspberries in there if you're wanting to be a little fancy for the kids, but it's super fun. I think high schoolers would kind of appreciate, I feel like high schoolers appreciate that extra step.
The finer things.
Yeah, like adding a garnish or like making it like more fun. And high schoolers might even be able to do it themselves. Like, oh, help yourself.
Right.
Italian cream soda bar, and you could have steps. Like step 1, add.
I wouldn't do that with junior high. The junior high boys would probably just go straight to the pump and just squirt it right in their mouths.
Yeah, we miss out on some things with junior hires because they can't be trusted. And to be honest, even as I say cupcake, I have banned cupcakes in my youth group because they never eat them. They simply smash them in each other's faces, and then they go to the bathroom to try to clean themselves up. And so then the frosting then travels to the bathroom, and I have to clean up frosting all over the counter, all over the sink, all over the floor, because then they step in it.
It's festive,
and it's like,
though.
I can't even trust you guys with cupcakes. No. Like, this is the point. Like, this is my job, like banning cupcakes from people. So anything with frosting doesn't fly in my group, but they could have a cookie, they could have candy, you know, something a little neater. But if you have well-behaved kids, go for it. Or if you have high schoolers, I'm sure it'll be okay. Or maybe you just eat the cupcakes outside.
Or off the floor. They're junior hires. They don't care.
Yeah, it'll be a challenge for them. And then another fun, so this is kind of an activity that you could do / a treat. You could do gingerbread houses, but theme it Valentine's Day instead. So it's all the same ingredients, you know, you could get the graham crackers and the frosting, but then all of the candy, I mean, there's so much Valentine's Day candy. You could make a cute little, you could have like a competition for that. I think that would be fun, like I think girls would probably like that the most. But if you're looking for a little activity to do, I think the students would really like that.
If you do your Valentine's party after Valentine's Day, you can probably get the candy half off too.
That's true. But I don't know what date it falls on this year. But anyways, yes,
quick Google search.
Yeah. Okay. So, here's what I think is super fun.
Tuesday.
It's going to be on my day.
There you go.
So I won't have the sales yet, but maybe we'll definitely go a little extra with some of the, maybe I'll actually put cherries in their soda. How about that?
Bougie.
We're bougie. We're very fancy. Okay. So then let's talk about the event itself. So those are just all the bells and whistles that make it feel like a party, but what are we actually doing? Maybe if you have high schoolers, you don't need to do a whole lot. It's come dress up and eat and there's music, but with junior hires, we got to have a little bit of structure because low structure equals mass destruction. Junior hires get bored, everyone pays. So I just came off of the Glover Nighter event and I think I'm a little jaded. I think that's what you're hearing. I think that's the tone right now because wow, it was fun, but wow, it was very tiring. Okay. I love my students. If I skip a Just Dance when I could have done a Just Dance, I will hear about it. They love to dance. So we just did our Glover Nighter and we did 4 Just Dances. So I think for a Valentine's Day party, it's not all right, we're having a dance. That's weird, but doing dances that are kind of more love themed, you could do Elton John, Don't Go Breaking My Heart or something like that. I think those are really cute. I've found some fun 80s ones. So whatever your students like to dance. One thing I would say is just watch the Just Dances all the way through and make sure. Very rarely are there inappropriate dance moves and or lyrics to the songs, but I was surprised by one on Friday. It wasn't totally bad, but everyone just kind of looked at each other and I was like, whoopsie.
Was it Sloppy Wet Kiss? Was it that song?
No, but it was just an odd dance move, So by the way,
curiosity piqued.
It would be too hard to describe.
Well, show everybody.
I would need a partner.
It's also on YouTube. Well, here I am. Moving on.
So, maybe I was going to say my favorite Just Dances, but I'll do that another time. Okay. So Don't Go Breaking My Heart. I don't know if Achy Breaky Heart has one. Just something kind of cute and fun for Valentine's Day without being scandalous or sketchy or anything like that. So then we're going to move into games. So that's just more of the icebreaker. We're all dancing. We've all had treats. Now let's play a game. One of my favorite youth group games to play on a Valentine's Day party is boys versus girls trivia. So the team is boys versus girls and the girls have to answer questions that would typically be labeled masculine and the boys have to answer questions that would typically be labeled feminine. So some of the things I have the boys answer questions about Disney princesses or you have to name 6 Disney princesses. They cannot do it, which is funny because the girls are always like, oh my gosh. And it gets very competitive because the girls are like, oh my gosh, that's the easiest question because we know it.
Right.
And then the boys will be like, what are you doing? That's so easy. Why? Because they know it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just funny. I'll ask questions of the girls. I'll show a picture of a Phillips head screwdriver and I'll say, what kind of screwdriver is this? And the boys are losing their minds. Or I ask the girls questions about video games, because the girls don't really play video games.
Or sports, things like that.
Yeah, or cars, different logos of cars, different logos of football teams. And then for the boys, I'll show an eyelash curler and I'll say, what is this? And or I used to show different types of shoe, or I'll say multiple choice, it'll say pump, stiletto, ballet flat, or all types of what. And it's so funny to watch. Every year they lose their minds because they cannot believe the others don't know the answers. So I think it's just kind of cute and fun. That's sort of a classic. If you don't like that idea, another super fun one is love song karaoke competition. So you could do this with small groups. And so what I like to do for karaoke competitions is I pre-select the songs, and then YouTube always has a karaoke version of really every single song. So what I think it'd be fun to do it by small group. So like every small group picks their song, and you give everyone like 10 minutes to get ready, and they need to kind of plan something like who's going to sing what, or are we going to be different characters? If you have a costume bin, that's even more fun. If you don't have a costume bin, that's a really good idea.
Put that on the top of your list.
Like just you collect random things over the years and you just put them in there, like masks or wigs or costumes or accessories.
Yeah.
And you just have them in this bin for occasions such as this. And then once the 10-minute timer is up, you like have them go in order of grade or however you want to do it. And every group gets to perform their karaoke song. So that's a super fun one. We've done that before, and some kids said that was like their favorite game we ever played. I think we've talked about it before. And then one other idea, if you don't like either of those, is you could do bingo. So if you don't have a bingo set, I would highly recommend that also. They're not very expensive on Amazon. The actual one with the little balls with the numbers, and you turn it, and then they drop a ball and you like say it like that, and then you put it on the card. Yeah. I think that version is super duper fun. And where it gets really fun is if somebody calls bingo, you have a big prize table and they get to go and select a prize. And then you keep going until all the prizes are gone. So you have multiple winners throughout the night. I've used this for like service projects with different groups that are partnered with. Like for this, you could theme all the prizes Valentine's Day. Like you could do boxes of chocolates or teddy bears. Or if you want to get more interesting, you could do whatever, gift cards, movie things, movie gift cards, however much money you're willing to spend. Or you could, again, ask those to be donated. You could say, hey, if you'd like to donate a prize to our bingo table, you could send an email out to parents a couple weeks ahead of time. And usually you get a few things, and then you can
will literally, when this episode comes out, have only a couple weeks time.
Yes. And then you could supplement with the rest, So those are 3 ideas for games. And then I would do another Just Dance. I like to bookend, I just think it's fun to get everyone up and moving again, especially if you're doing like a sit down game. If you don't have time to prepare any game, download Youth Ministry always has something fun, holiday themed. I've used Cupid or Kanye before. I don't even think he goes by Kanye anymore. Didn't he change his name again?
Is it yay or ye or yes?
I think it was I think he did it again or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep up. Another super fun one. I don't know if this is DYM, but Lamentations or Taylor Swift lyrics. That one's super fun. Always check out DYM if you just need a quick, cheap game. It's usually just screen games. So that's why it's fun to then get people up on their feet again for another Just Dance. And then, of course, you could do a message on love. And so whatever aspect you want to talk about when it has to do with love, if you really want to pique their interest, talk about relationships with the opposite gender. They really pay attention to those messages, and Valentine's Day is a good one for that, whatever angle you want to have on that one. But I usually am not a theme your message kind of person, but on Valentine's Day,
you mean theme your message to like
the activity,
the game.
Yeah. I just feel like a game can be a game. It doesn't have to have a spiritual component, but it doesn't. The
spiritual component is
I
fellowship
and exactly,
and getting to know each other better and team building, all that stuff.
Meeting the human need, all that for belonging. But yes, I think Valentine's Day is kind of an exception for that because God is love. So if we're celebrating love, let's talk about God. Right. It's perfect. And so I think you could do it pretty quick, pretty easy, and pretty cheaply. And I think it's worth a go. Yeah. I don't celebrate every single holiday in my youth ministry, but I'm like, this one
is Labor Day, you guys.
A St. Patrick's Day. I don't think we have to do every single one, but to me, Valentine's Day is pretty festive, fun, and easy to do.
Yeah, and I think kids will get behind that too. If you guys are interested in that bingo set, we will link it below in the description. And also, if you wanted the game, the Boys versus Girls Trivia, go ahead and email us at ministrycoachpodcast@gmail.com, and we can send that over to you, and you can add to it, take stuff away, whatever you want.
I was going to say, every year I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so outdated, but it sparks my creativity of like, well, okay, that's a good idea. It just needs to be updated for what's the latest movie or what's the latest, Netflix show or whatever. So
speaking of love, the love of your life is actually behind us looking through the window.
She just left.
There is a dachshund on the loose.
I was trying to ignore her, but I could hear her little nails on the floor. I'm like, I know she's behind us.
Little dachshund.
That means she's done with her bone. We usually give her a bone right when we start.
That hopefully will distract her
so that
and
she
keep her
won't
busy.
come.
But she chews through them. We're going to go ahead and do the Fabulous Four trivia game. Yay! For the second time. This is the second time we've done this.
It's time for some fun. Let's play the Fabulous Four trivia game. Yay!
All right, so this is my turn now. Jeff did his last week. I got 2 out of 4?
Yeah, 2 out of 4.
Okay.
I was not intentionally trying to make them difficult. I thought I was going to make them...
But see, that's like the whole thing is like the girls versus boys trivia that from where you sit, those were easy.
No. I thought they were a little difficult.
Okay.
But I didn't want to make them like, she's not going to get any. But I also didn't want to give all softball questions.
Okay, so... To me, all of these are easy.
Okay.
So these are 90s, except for one. It's kind of hard, but I thought you might know it because I don't know if you'll know the other one. So I gave you one softball. So this is 90s cartoon trivia.
Oh, guy.
So not just 90s, specifically cartoons. Okay. So number 1, what is Tommy's last name in the show Rugrats?
I don't think I've ever watched a single show of Rugrats. So
really?
That's negative.
You didn't just
one.
hear of his name out and about? You want to give a guess?
I didn't know who I couldn't even name a Rugrats character.
Oh my gosh.
Tommy Jones.
No.
Okay, I was wrong.
Pickles. Tommy Pickles.
Did not know that.
All right. No,
0 for 1.
No worries. What trio described themselves as zany to the max?
These are cartoons.
It was part of the theme song. It's time for and we're zany to the max. And baloney in her slacks.
I don't think this is right, but Animaniacs?
Good. It is right.
Oh, okay.
It's time for Animaniacs.
All right, 1 for 2.
And we're zany to the max. Okay. One is a genius, the other's insane was the description of what
Pinky and the Brain
rodent duo. Very good.
Yes. 2 for 3.
They're Pinky and the Brain.
Again, these are all ones that I never watched, but
One
go ahead.
Is a genius,
this is just
the other's
pop
insane.
culture, I guess I need to
All right,
tap
this was
into.
the one I wrote with you in mind.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
What is the name of the school bully in The Simpsons?
Oh, Nelson. Yes,
What's
3
his
out
last
of 4. Nelson. I don't want to take too much time trying to think of it. Nelson.
It's like Mance.
Oh, you don't even know it?
Well, I did, and now I forget. Like, if you would have said it, I would have known it. I know it starts with an M. It's like Mentz or Muntz or
So
Mance.
put down in the comment section below how many you got right out of 4.
You did 3 out of 4. Very
I got 3
good.
or 4. That was good.
I can't believe you didn't know Tommy Pickles. I bet you all of our listeners knew Tommy Pickles.
Yeah, let us know how many you got right, and
la,
let us know
la.
which ones you got wrong, because it's always interesting to see which ones were the difficult ones. And if you know Nelson's last name, put that down too. Don't Google it. You're not allowed to use Google on that. Let's do a community comment of the day.
I love this part.
And this comes from Jennifer Johnson, who says, I'm a youth church volunteer and just found your channel. This is such good content. I plan on going through each episode to learn as much as I can.
Good plan, Jennifer.
And let me know where you're at and if you've gotten sick of us yet. But hopefully you're able to make it through all of them. I love when people talk about binge watching. It seems funny to me just because I'm like, well, I wouldn't want to listen to me or you for that long. But people that do, God bless you. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we'll see you next time.
Today, we're talking all about fast, easy, and What did I say?
Hey, welcome to the Ministry Coach. Hey, welcome. And today we're going to go all over.
Easy, quick, and low prep ideas for Valentine's. And make sure you check out the description below for some free game files.